Alright, so today I got some upgraded vacuum lines for the 335i, and I went ahead and already did these ones here, the ones that connect from here back there, and the ones that go under, across, and then into there. So those are already complete. Those were fairly easy, and it made it easier to unbolt these off so that way you can access the under one. And I put some little zip ties, just to assure that they're in there. They fit really good anyways. They were like $12 off ECS tuning, but then like shipping was also $12. So overall it was like $30, but either way. With stage 1 on my car now, I keep getting engine malfunction. Not all the time, just every now and then it'll get 30F or 30E or 30FE, or whatever the code that everyone says happens with the N54 engine and stage 1 tuning. So I'm pretty sure it's a boost leak, and people say that it's a good idea to replace these. People also say it's a good idea to replace the hosing with the intercooler, or just replace the intercooler. Also, charge pipe cracks sometimes, but I plan on upgrading those, but those are more expensive upgrades to do. So I mean, it's really easy, and there's a bunch of videos already out on how to do this, but I figured I'd do it myself. So pretty much you just want to take all this off and then pop these 4, 2 here, 2 back there. This will all come up, and then there's a hose that runs across, 2 hoses that run across over. But the ones that I'm going to be trying to access today is the ones behind here, so I'm going to go ahead and take this air box off, and then I'll be able to access the one that goes to the intake manifold. So, and I don't know if you can really tell, but I put 30mm spacers back here, so the fitment's a little bit better. I don't know if you can be able to see the spacer. Yeah, right here. So fitment's better there, and 20mm up here. Shoot. Yeah, 20mm up here. Still on stock wheels, still on stock suspension. But I have these wheels over here, 18 by 10.5. I still got to get tired of putting on those, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to run the spacers with 10.5s because I'll definitely have too much poke. Because I did run 10.5s back here one time, but the offset was more out than these ones. These are more back. So I'm hoping the fitment's good, and if not, I'm just gonna have to go on some kind of camber kit and camber it in so I don't rub. So first thing you want to do to get this out here is unhinge all 5 clips on both sides of the top part of the box. So it sit in there like that with the clips on top. So you just want to take those, pry them out with a flathead, just out like that, and then take your air filter out. You want to then secondly take off the vacuum line. You just want to pinch these together and pull up, and then this will come straight out. So once you have that disconnected from pinching these in and pulling it up, you want to take it off of this little holder thing right here. Just pull it right out. And then next you want to go ahead and take off this air inlet tube off. There's little clips in the side right here on both sides. You just got to fiddle with it a little bit, and this will come out. So you just want to pull this off of this, and then kind of just push it over here so it's out of your way. Alright, so now that this is out of the way, you want to nextly loosen these hoses right here. Or not these hoses, the clamps. There's a clamp right here, and then a clamp, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show, right back there behind all the wiring. There's a clamp, same way as this. You just take a little flathead to it, spin it to the left, just to loosen it up, so that way when you pull up on this, it'll detach itself from the hose. So go ahead and loosen that up, and then loosen the one back here up. And a good thing to do to access the one back here is you can pull the wiring case, I don't know really what you call this. You just want to pull it out the tabs and just pull it straight towards yourself. That way you can access that clamp back there a lot easier. Alright, once you have both hoses loosened up, so what you want to do now is there's this little rubber grommet right here, and basically you want to pull up on the air box for this to come out. So that's pretty much what's holding it in there. So what I would do is grab it through here like this and just pull straight up until you see the pin go underneath, and you'll feel it. Alright, so what you want to do from there is take a flathead and kind of wedge it back here a little bit, and take your right hand and just pull up on here and then prying up with this. And then if you can get this hose disconnected from there, that'll make it easier so you can pull it up more. And then basically from there you just want to keep pulling up and then wiggle it out to disattach itself from the hose back here, and just keep wiggling, and then it'll eventually come out. And another thing you guys might run into is these wires back here, these two right here. They have these little rubber things that go into the tab, go into a tab on the side of the airbox. You just want to pull up on them and it'll come out. Alright, so now it's out. So there's a rubber thing here holding it in, here, it's not focused, here, and here. So pretty much once you get all three of those out and the hose disconnected, it'll come out fairly simple. Alright, so the ones I'm going to be focusing on right now is the one that goes to the air intake manifold. Right back here, you see this vacuum line, right, that runs up to the manifold. So I'm going to remove that, and then it goes to the diverter valves, connected here and here, and then there's a little T fitting right there. Sorry, it's hard to see. So it goes in this one here, this one here. There's a T fitting right here. So pretty much I'm going to take it out of here, pull that out, and then pull it out from the diverter valves. Then once that's all out, I'm going to replace them with the upgraded hose. Alright, so once you have this disconnected from the manifold and the diverter valves, what I recommend doing is taking a blade and cutting a little slit in it so it's easier to pull out. So pretty much all I'm going to do now is line it up with the new upgraded vacuum lines and just cut it to the same length, and then put it back on the T fitting or Y fitting, whatever you want to call it, and then just put it all back. So this end being to the manifold, and then these two ends go into the diverter valves. So I think I figured out why I'm getting these boost leaks, and it's kind of annoying actually. So when the previous owner of my car must have messed with the vacuum lines, because when I went to remove this piece, I already replaced it all, and then I got the little zip ties in there just to make sure it's all, I don't know, it's just like an extra step to make sure that they don't come off ever. But so here's the diverter valve, and when I took off the hose, you see this little thing here, it's supposed to have a little fitting to where the hose can go on. So pretty much this was hanging on here by like a thread, so it was like barely on there. So I'm assuming some air was getting out on the side of the fitting because there was a crack in it. So I just went ahead and 2 days shipped a new diverter valve. So hopefully that will fix the problem, along with these upgraded boost lines or vacuum lines. So yeah, it was only like 54 bucks, and then 2 day shipping was like 20 bucks, so it kind of sucks, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So I might try to like gettily fix it, because I kind of don't want to not drive for 2 days. But if I can't figure it out, then I guess my car will be sitting in the garage for 2 days until it comes in. Alright, so I glued the little connector piece back on the diverter valve, and I have a new one coming in Friday, so this is just gonna last me 3 days. Sturdy enough to at least hold it for 3 days. I don't know, but it probably just won't like get on it too hard, and hopefully I have no issues with it until Friday. So yeah, now I have all the rest of it plugged back in. The long one going back to the intake manifold, and then this one going to that diverter valve, and then I just gotta plug that one in to here, and then that should be it. Pretty much that's all I'm gonna do. So I'm just getting those ones done, the diverter valve ones to the intake manifold, and then doing the ones with the little boost canisters, whatever you want to call them. Replacing those 4 vacuum lines, 2 down there and across, and then 2 up here and back. So I'm gonna just get this all back together, and then that'll be the end of this video. And I'm probably gonna go do a test drive just to make sure that everything's all back and see if I catch any 30FF codes for boost leak. So yeah. Alright, so I have everything plugged back in and all put back together, and now I'm just gonna go take it on a test drive. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit scared of the diverter valve, like something going wrong with it, but I guess we're about to see. Nothing so far. I don't think anything will actually happen until I hit boost though. Like if something does happen, which I really hope not, but I guess we'll see. Alright, so I drove like probably 3 miles or so, just down back at the end of my neighborhood, and I didn't get any boost leaks or anything, so far so good, I guess you could say. But maybe driving it at higher speeds and something might happen, but hopefully nothing until Friday, because like I said, I'm getting the other one. But that's pretty much it for this video. I figured I'd just make it, even though tons of other people have, but either way, that's pretty much it.